Hey folks, Professor Gray here, ready to do some more extra practice problems for Statistics Chapter 4, Probability. Let's jump to some problems that involve a contingency table, or a two-way table. Number 14, if a student is chosen at random, what's the probability the student is a non-smoker? First, I put in my notation, probability of a non equals is perfectly fine. Now, for the non-smokers, there are 322 of those total, out of 405 overall students total. So that's what I do. 322 out of 405. I use my calculator to get the answer, 0.7951. Let's take a look at number 15. 15 says if a student is chosen at random, what's the probability the student is female? I'll use an F for females. Alright, so here's the females. There are 213 of those out of 405 total, so that's what I'll do. 213 out of 405. And I get 0.5259. That's number 15. All right, number 16. 16 says, what's the probability the student is not a heavy smoker? All right, in my notation, I wrote probability of heavy and put a bar over the heavy. That means not heavy. So I'm using the complement rule. All right, I'll find 1 minus the probability of being a heavy smoker. Well, there are 10 heavy smokers out of 405 total. So 1 minus 10 out of 405 will give me the answer. All right, when I put that in the calculator, I like to type the 1 minus first and then put my fraction in parentheses. And I get my overall answer, 0.9753. Now let's take a look at number 17. Number 17 says, if a student is chosen at random, what's the probability the student is a regular smoker or a heavy smoker? Since I have the word or in there, I know this is going to be an addition rule problem. So first find out the probability of someone being a regular smoker. All right, there are 73 out of 405 regular smokers. And I'll add that to the probability of being a heavy smoker. There are 10 out of 405 of those. Now, you can't be a regular smoker and a heavy smoker at the same time, so I didn't have to subtract anything. I add those together to get 83 out of 405. And put them in my calculator to convert to a decimal. 0.2049. Number 18. What's the probability the student is female or a regular smoker? First, add up all the females. There's 213 out of 405. I have the word or, so I'm going to add. The regular smokers, there are 73 out of 405. Now, can you be a female and a regular smoker at the same time? Of course. There's 21 people that were females and regular smokers at the same time. So I've double counted them. I'll need to subtract them back out. And at this point, we can use the calculator to do the rest. Again, I put my fractions in parentheses. You don't really have to, but I like to do that. When I press enter, I get my answer 0.6543. That's number 18. Number 19 says, if a student is chosen at random, what's the probability the student is female and a non-smoker? All right, when you have the word "and" with a table, let the table do the work. Find the number in your table that are both female and non-smokers. That'd be 187. That's the numerator. The denominator that goes on the bottom, that's your overall total, 405. So 187 divided by 405, and I get the answer, 0.4617. And you're done with the problem. So if you see the word "and" with a table, you do not multiply. Instead, use the table to find what you're looking for. Put it over the overall total. Here's another example of that. Number 20 says find the probability that a student is male and a heavy smoker. Okay, there are 5 male heavy smokers. So 5 out of 405. Put that in my calculator. Round it to 4 decimal places, and I have the answer, 0.0123. All right, 21 uses the word "given." It says, what's the probability the student is a non-smoker given that they are male? Now, whatever the given is, that's going to be what you narrow the table down with. So in this case, only look at the males. It's given that they're male. Out of those males, how many are non-smokers? 135. That goes in the numerator. The denominator, this time, this is the time it's different, is the total of what's given. The total of the males is 192. So we'll do 135 over 192. You get 0.7031. Given problems are the only ones where the overall total, or the total on the bottom, is not the overall total, but it's the total of what's given. So given problems are different in that manner. Last one, number 22. It's another given problem. It says, what's the probability the student is female given that they are a regular smoker? This time it's given that they're regular smokers, so only look at the regular smoker column. All right, the total of the regular smokers is 73, so that will go in the denominator. Out of those 73 regular smokers, 21 are women or female. So 21 out of 73. And you get the answer, 0.2877. So with given problems, don't forget that the overall total is not in the bottom. The denominator in that case is the total of what's given. For "and" problems, don't multiply. Instead, narrow down using the table.